My sister is hosting a family roast, and unfortunately, I'm the main target. Situation that felt like a trap from the start. It all began when my sister, Lily 28F, announced in our family group chat that she was organizing a family roast at our upcoming reunion. At first, I thought I'd misread the message. A roast? For our family? This wasn't something we'd ever done before. And the way she phrased it made it clear who the main target would be. Me. Everyone seemed excited right away. My parents sent thumbs up emojis, my cousins started joking about what they'd wear, and the group chat lit up like it was Christmas morning. But I couldn't shake this bad feeling. I know my sister. Lily has a habit of taking things too far, hiding her insults behind a mask of humor. For years, she's made me the punchline of her jokes, and every time I tried to speak up, the response was always the same. Oh, come on. She's just being playful. But it never felt playful on my end. So I brought it up with my parents. I called them that same night saying I wasn't sure this roast was a good idea. I told them it sounded more like an excuse for Lily to drag me through the mud again, but they just laughed it off. My dad even said, "You need to learn to take a joke, son, it's all in good fun." I tried to push back but they wouldn't hear it. My mom said it would be a good bonding experience for the family. Bonding, sure, if that means bonding over humiliating me. So I brought it up with my parents. I called them that same night saying I wasn't sure this roast was a good idea. I told them it sounded more like an excuse for Lily to drag me through the mud again, but they just laughed it off. My dad even said, "You need to learn to take a joke, son. It's all in good fun." I tried to push back, but they wouldn't hear it. My mom said it would be a good bonding experience for the family. Bonding? Sure. If that means bonding over humiliating me. The next few days were tense. Lily kept hyping up the event in the family group chat, dropping hints about her special material. She was having way too much fun with this, and the more she talked about it, the more I felt like a cornered animal. Even my parents got in on it, making jokes like, "I hope you're ready, P. Lily's been preparing for weeks." It was clear they were all in on this, and I started feeling like I was alone in a crowd of people who couldn't see the problem. Thankfully, my girlfriend Sophie 25F noticed something was off. I hadn't even told her about the roast yet, but she could tell I was anxious. When I finally explained everything, she was as concerned as I was. Sophie knows the history here. How Lily's jokes have always had an edge to them. How she'd use family gatherings as her own personal comedy club at my expense. Sophie said it straight. You don't have to go if you're uncomfortable. Set your boundaries. I knew she was right, but the thought of backing out made me feel like a coward. I didn't want to give Lily and the rest of the family another reason to call me oversensitive. It's been this way for as long as I can remember. Growing up, it was always me versus Lily, the perfect golden child. She was funny, outgoing, and had this sharp wit that everyone adored. I was the quieter one, more reserved, and that made me an easy target. She'd say something embarrassing about me, and instead of stepping in, my parents would laugh along. They treated it like sibling rivalry, but it never felt like a fair fight. The roast just seemed like the next level of this long-standing dynamic. Despite Sophie's advice, I decided to at least try setting some boundaries. I sent Lily a private message asking her to keep the jokes light. Her response? "Oh my God. You're being so sensitive. Relax. It's going to be hilarious." She promised to tone it down, but I knew better. Her tone made it clear she wasn't taking me seriously at all. Then the rules of the roast got posted in the group chat. It was a long list, but the one part that stood out to me was this. Everyone's fair game, but we have a special guest of honor, Up. The whole thing read like a setup. I couldn't believe it. I tried once more to back out saying maybe it wasn't the best idea for me to participate, but the backlash was immediate. My mom called me sounding genuinely annoyed. "You're not backing out now. We've all been looking forward to this and you're going to ruin it for everyone if you don't show up." The guilt trip worked and I reluctantly agreed to go. As if things couldn't get worse, I found out Lily had invited some unexpected guests, extended family members I hadn't seen in years, and a couple of old high school friends. People who knew me back when I was an awkward teenager. The idea of them sitting there watching me get roasted in front of everyone made me feel sick. Then came the final straw. My cousin Rachel 27F gave me a heads up. Lily had been gathering stories about me for weeks. She had been messaging family members asking for any embarrassing dirt they could remember and putting together a script. It felt like a hit job disguised as a joke. I confronted my parents again telling them this wasn't right, that it felt like an attack. They dismissed me again saying I was being dramatic and needed to lighten up. With no other choice, I decided I'd go to the reunion, but made a backup plan to leave if things got ugly. I told Sophie I was giving my family one last chance to prove me wrong. But the night before the event, Lily sent a message that hit me like a gut punch. "Can't wait for tomorrow. Finally going to say what everyone's been thinking." At that point, any hope I had left was gone. I knew I was walking into a trap. Update 1. The day of the reunion came and I went in feeling tense but determined. Sophie was by my side trying to keep things light. The place was packed, a big rented hall filled with familiar faces. Everyone was in a great mood and it felt like a real celebration at first. There was music playing, tables set up with food, and my parents were busy making small talk with relatives we hadn't seen in years. For a moment, it almost felt normal. Lily was in her element, moving from group to group, clearly the star of the show. She was laughing loudly, greeting everyone with hugs and jokes. It seemed like the whole room was revolving around her. I spotted a few high school friends Shed invited without telling me, and it hit me again how much effort Shed put into this. I tried to stay calm and told myself maybe I was overthinking it. Sophie squeezed my hand and gave me an encouraging nod. When it was time for the roast, everyone gathered around. My dad called for silence and Lily stepped up with a big grin on her face, holding a microphone. She started off with some light jokes about our parents poking fun at their quirks. Everyone laughed and I felt myself relax a little. It wasn't so bad. She moved on to our younger cousins, making silly jokes about their social media habits. Even I chuckled at a few of those. For a moment, I thought I might have misjudged this whole thing. Then she turned to me.